Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crafts, and today I'm going to show you how to crochet this little purse here for your American Girl doll. This purse is going to match the shell dress that we recently made, and this one has a little flap on it and it opens like that. And I crocheted the bottom white, the body of the purse blue, and then the strap white. So this is a little longer strap that'll hang on the shoulder. Okay, so I made that one, and then I made this one in reverse, the body white, strap blue, bottom blue, and the flower blue. Okay, so this is a very easy purse to do, and we are using crochet hook size H for the body of the purse, and the crochet hook size F for the flower. Then we need scissors to trim our end. And again, I'm using this aquamarine color from Vanna's Choice by Lion Brand. And it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. So we're using this, and we're also using a white, which is Vanna's Choice as well. And let's get started. So to start off with, let me just push this aside. We're going to take our crochet hook size H, and to start we need a chain of 10. So I have my chain of 10 right here. And to start with, we're going to start in the second chain from the hook. So we're skipping the first, going to the second, and in that first stitch, we are working 2 half double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so I got 2 right there. Now in the next 7 stitches, we are working 1 half double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now into that very last stitch right here, we are working 4 half double crochets into the same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now we're going to work along the chains on the other side right here. Okay, right along this way. And in the next 7 stitches, we're going to work 1 half double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and in this very last stitch right here, we're going to work 2 half double crochets into that same stitch, 1 and 2, and then we're going to slip stitch to the very first half double crochet that we did. Okay, so we're done. So you should have a total of 22 stitches for after this first row right here. Okay, so now we're going to switch to the aquamarine color. And I have my white on my hook, and I'm simply taking my aquamarine color, and I'm just putting it on the hook, and then I'm going to pull through. Okay, then I'm pulling my white yarn just to tighten up that stitch, and I want to make sure this blue one is tight, so I'm pulling on both ends here just to tighten up the aquamarine one. So we're going to do a chain of 1. And we are going to work in the back loops only. So as you can see, this is the stitch right here, the first one. So what you're going to do is you have your front loop, which is right here, and then your back loop, which is right here. So we're going to work in the back loops only and do a half double crochet all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to go into that back loop and pull up my yarn and pull through all 3. Okay, and I'm just kind of tugging on these to tighten everything up there. So I'm putting the yarn over the top here, so as I'm working the stitches, this will get weaved in there. Okay, so again, in the back loop only, half double crochet, back loop, half double crochet, back loop, half double crochet, back loop, I'm doing a half double crochet, back loop, half double crochet, back loop, half double crochet. I still had the white here, so I'm just dropping that. Okay, and we're just going to continue going all the way around and doing a half double crochet in the back loops only. So what this does is it creates this little ridge right here at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do half double crochets all the way around, and I'll meet you at the other end. So I'm at the end right here. Now here, when you get to this point, you have to be very careful because this looks like a stitch right here, but it's not. That is the slip stitch from the previous row when we joined the previous row together. So you don't want to add a stitch here because then you're going to have too many stitches. So make sure you count when you're done with this row, count, and you should still have 22 stitches. So now what we're going to do is we're not going to do a slip stitch. All I'm going to do is continue to do half double crochets in the rounds. So what we're going to do now, okay, I have my last stitch right here, and all I'm going to do is go to that first half double crochet right here. Okay, so I have my yarn over my hook, so I yarned over, and going to that first half double crochet that we did, and we're going to work a half double crochet right in there. Okay, and we're going to keep going around, and we're going to continue to do half double crochets all the way around. And we're going to do this until we have a total of 6 rows. So I'm just going to keep going around here, and I'm going to show you we're just going to keep going around and around. We're not slip stitching or anything anymore. We're just going to continuously do half double crochets all the way around. And I'm just going to go until we get to the end of round, well, this is actually round number 3, but the end of this round here. So as you can see, I'm just doing my half double crochets all the way around. And, you know, at this point, you don't really need to count. And, you know, to be honest, if you end up with an extra stitch or something, or an extra one less, it's not really going to be a big deal. I mean, it depends on you, but for me, it's not going to be a big deal. So we're getting here to the end where we started. So all I'm going to do is continue to do my half double crochets, because this is right here. We're going to start row number 4. So just, oh, you can, I don't know why I'm grabbing this incorrectly here. Okay, there we go. So we're just going to continue, and as you can see, we have row 1, 2, and 3. And on this side, it's 2. So we're going to continue to do this until we have 6 rows on the side. I'm not counting this row. So when we have 6 rows right here, we're going to stop. So I'm going to continue to go all the way around. And just let me show you here. This is the purse right here. So starting from the blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So if I turn it around to the back, okay, we'll have 6 rows as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So when you have 6 rows on the front and 6 rows on the back, then stop. We're going to stop at a corner, okay? So I'm going to continue to do my half double crochets in the rounds, and I'll meet you when we have 6 rows of the aquamarine, okay? So I've completed my 6 rows. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on this side. And then we'll have 6 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Let me cut this white because I didn't do that earlier. So I'm just going to flip it. I'm going to cut the white, and then I'm going to cut this piece off right here too, okay? So this is where I ended. I ended right here. There's still a stitch here, and then you got all those stitches. So in this very last stitch right here, okay, on the corner, which is on the side of the purse, I'm just going to do a slip stitch right there to close that row up, okay? So now we're going to start to do the little flap right here on the purse. So to do that, we are going to work a half double. So we did a slip stitch right here. So now I'm going to go to the next stitch, and I'm doing a double crochet. So that's my first one, my second, third. We're going to do a total of 10 double crochets. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we should have, I don't know if I said this first one, if I said it was a half double crochet, but it's a double crochet. So we have 10 double crochets to start right here, okay, on this side of the purse. Okay, that's what the front looks like. So all we're going to do is go back and forth with these 10 stitches now. So I'm going to do my chain 1 and turning our work over, and we're going to start in this first stitch. We're going to work now half double crochets. 1, 2, so we should have a total of 10 half double crochets because we're going across on this side. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this one is number 10. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Okay, so we're going to do another 2 rows of half double crochets. Okay, so now we're turning our work over and just doing a half double crochet over those 10 stitches. So I'll just keep doing this with you here. Okay, and last stitch right here. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Okay, so now I'm going to do my chain 1 and I'm going to do it again, another row of half double crochets. And I'm just going to do this to the end since we're almost done. Okay, and the last stitch right here. Okay, actually I'm going to close because we're done with the purse. So what I'm going to do is we have here the first row of the flap is a double crochet. Okay, the first row is double crochets, then the next 3 rows are half double crochets, and as you can see, this will flap over like that. Okay, so now when we're done with this, all I'm going to do is do a chain. I'm going to tug and give a little pull, cut my yarn, and then of course you'll weave these ends in. So the purse is pretty much done. Okay, so that's what it's looking like, and then this part will fold down just like that, as you can see. Okay, so now we're going to work on the flower, and to do the flower I am going to use my white, and I'm using a crochet hook size F, and I may have done this flower for the other purse. It's really the same thing. You don't have to put anything if you don't want to. You can, you know, really, if you have like those little flowers they sell like at Walmart or whatever, the little rosette, you can put one of those here if you want. You don't necessarily have to crochet a flower. So what I'm going to do is a magic circle. I'm going to insert my hook into the hole, pull up a loop, and I'm going to do a chain of 1, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in the loop, and then I'm going to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet, do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet, do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet, do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Single crochet, do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a single crochet. This is our 5, a 5th one. So we have these little petals right here, and we're going to tighten all this up in a minute. So now we're going to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, and 3. So this will be my 6th petal, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that chain 3. So all we're going to do now is go to that very first single crochet right here, and we're going to do a slip stitch to close this flower. Let me go back here. Okay, pull up the loop and do a slip stitch. I'm going to do a chain, and then I'm going to tug or give a little slack right there. So as you can see, it's a little open, so we're going to take this part here, and all we're going to do is pull on it, and it will tighten up the flower, as you can see. So you can make it as loose or as tight as you want it. And all I'm going to do is now cut my end off right here. Okay. And, you know, pull on this if you want it to be smaller. If you don't want an opening in the center, it's totally up to you. So now this thread here, I'm going to take a smaller hook, and I'm going to just push this thread to the center. So I'm going to just grab a stitch in the back here like that, and I'm going to pull the yarn through that stitch. Okay. And of course this keeps wanting to open up right here, so it's totally up to you. You want to tug on that. So this is what the little flower looks like right there. Okay, very easy to do. So then all you're going to do is decide where you want it. Do you want it in the front? Do you want it on the side here, right here, in the corner? Do you want it down here? That's totally up to you. So you're just going to find a spot and just go through one of these little openings right here. And maybe right there. And pull on it. And this is more towards the bottom. Okay, and then all you're going to do is tie it in the back. And then you're going to snip this off. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. And just straighten out the flower and how you want it. Okay, let me cut this. Cut these little strings off. Okay, and again, this part is going to be tucked in. Now we're going to work on the handle. Okay, so to do the handle, I'm going to use my aquamarine color this time. You can use white, you can use whatever color you want. And right here, where we started that first double crochet, we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to pull a loop through, and we're going to just give it a little knot just to hold this in place. So I'm going to do it twice. Okay, and of course this part will have to get tucked in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my yarn on tied right here, and I'm inserting my hook, pulling up a loop. Okay, and then we're going to start doing our chains, and we're going to do a chain of 40. I'm sorry, I got to switch back to my H hook to do this because we're working on the body of the purse here. Okay, so I have my H hook, and we're going to work 40 chains. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to count, you know, all 40, but I'm going to continue to do the 40 chains, and all we're going to do is just 40 chains. That's it, nothing else. So when I get to number 40, I'll be right back. So I've completed my chain of 40, and you want to make sure that this is not twisted or knotted. Or I shouldn't say knotted, but it's just not twisted. So I started right here. I'm just going to take my hand, I'm going to go across it to make sure that it's not twisted or anything. Okay. Then all we're going to do is on the other side right here where we started the other half double crochet, we are going to do a slip stitch. So just on the other side, we're going to do a slip stitch. Then I'm going to do a chain, pull on it, and then we're going to cut right here and tuck this in. So we have to tuck in all our pieces. We have to tuck this in, and this in right here. But your purse is pretty much done right here. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way so that we can see what it looks like. And I know it looks funny right now because we didn't tuck anything in, but this is what the purse looks like. So it's got your handle, it's got the little flap that opens, and the bottom's white. So you can make this any way that you want. I think this is a cute little purse just like this. So yeah, I hope this was easy enough for you to do. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And you know, I know it keeps flipping up, but if, you know, what I usually do is once I'm done with the purse, I'll take it and I'll put it face down like this. And eventually it'll just, you know, it'll stay closed. But if you wanted to put a button or something like that, you can most definitely do that. Instead of having a flower, put a nice big button to close it. That would work as well. But I just like the flower like this, and I don't mind, you know, how, you know, if it opens a little bit, that's fine. So it's totally up to you on how you want to make it. But I like it just like that. So I'm going to leave mine just like this. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate, you know, all the views and subscribers and new subscribers and all the comments. Please keep them coming, and I will do the best to get more videos out. It's just going to be very difficult because of the craft show that I do, but I will do my best to get some other videos out. So anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys, and have a great day. Bye.